Chapter 17, Mishnah 2. This Mishnah discusses other containers that become tahor using a measure different than a hole the size of a pomegranate, because they are initially meant for holding things larger than pomegranates. The Mishnah deals with containers that develop holes that make them unusable for their original use, but leave them still usable for a very similar use. The size hole that allows a skin bottle to be used normally is measured with balls of warped thread. If the hole becomes larger so that it cannot hold balls of warped thread, even though it can now hold only the larger balls of weft threads and not the smaller balls of warped threads, it is still tame. Although the skin bottle is no longer fit for its original use of holding balls of warped threads, since it is still fit for the very similar use of holding balls of weft threads, it is still considered fit in some way for its original use and is tame. A similar case, if a plate holder develops a hole so that it cannot hold plates, even though it can now hold only larger platters and not smaller plates, it is still tame. Although the plate holder is no longer fit for its original use of holding plates, since it is still fit for the very similar use of holding platters, it is still considered fit in some way for its original use and is tame. Another similar case. If a chamber pot develops a hole so that it cannot hold liquid waste, even though it can now hold only solid waste and not liquid waste, it is still tame. Although the chamber pot is no longer fit for its original use of holding all types of waste, since it is still fit for the very similar use of holding solid waste, it is still considered fit in some way for its original use and is tame. Another Tana disagrees in all three cases. Rabban Gamliel, however, rules these containers with holes tahor in all three of the Mishnah's cases, because people do not keep a container like this